UFC 275. Man, I'm looking at this. I know it's a lot of hype around Jiri. And look, anybody with knockout power and stuff, obviously that can shut down everything, you know, if they land. But personally, bro, I just don't think that Glover finna lose this fight. Like
I think when it comes to Jiri, I think he's a different type of knockout artist.
Well, why? Like, what's different about him?
Because his knockout rate, like knocking people out like 92%.
Which that's impressive. Don't get me wrong, but dude, he knocked out people he was supposed to knock out.
Yeah.
Like all the people that he beat, I'm sure Glover would have beat them too. But all the people that Glover beat, can Jiri see?
I think it's more based on just the styles. Because I think Jiri, because he's going to go for the knockout.
Yeah, but
like,
it's a 5-round
even
fight.
Even with John, I don't think John actually went for the knockout. I think he was kind of
Jan?
Yeah, Jan. I think he was real like content with just being on the outside and waiting and countering. I think what separates Jiri from the other knockout artists because he's going to go for it. Even if you don't get it, he's going to go for it.
Yeah, but if you talking about you're going for it, but you're in a 5-round fight in the UFC,
true.
That going for it stuff. Look,
but it's not
going
like
for it, you got to get it.
Like, it's not like Glover's going for winning a 5-round decision.
Yeah, because he's finishing most of his people, though. That's the thing too. And 9 times out of 10, how did he finish him? They got tired. They hurt him. They got tired.
That's true. That's true.
He ended up smothering them, putting pressure on them, and eventually they end up breaking down. And that's a lot of weight, and that's a lot of size, and a lot of experience to be dealing with. And especially if you exhausted yourself going for a knockout.
Yeah, I just think Glover has to be real careful because he has a history of getting hurt first and then coming back.
I know that's the only thing
against Jiri though. Like that, it lights out.
That's true. Like it balances out because that playing that comeback game. That's a dangerous game because you get hurt here, and that might be it. Like, if Glover wasn't the type of person to get hurt and he was just winning the way he was winning, that'd be one thing. But like you said,
he almost be like DC.
Pretty much. But the whole getting hurt, and then you get the takedown, or you lose 10-8, survive, come back, wrestle, rear naked choke. Like, you don't really want to play that getting hurt game here.
I think the real question is how good is Jiri's takedown defense? Because have we ever seen it?
We ain't never really seen it though. Nah, because him and Dominic Reyes wasn't. They was just.
He took down Dominic Reyes. Though.
No,
he never really showed the takedown defense.
Oh, I'm glad you said that. I went back and watched his fight the other day. I want to say Dominic Reyes took him down easily. Yes, he took him down in the first round. He remember they was boxing, and I want to say Dominic. Actually, Jiri hurt Dominic.
Yeah, he did.
He hurt him, and then Dominic took him down immediately, bro. When I saw that, and I was like, wait a minute.
I think you got it backwards. I think you got it backwards, man.
Let me go double check.
I think Dominic Reyes hurt him, and I think he took down Dominic.
I'm gonna go double check. We can't really pull up on the screen right now.
But honestly, like I'm going with Jiri on this one. It doesn't really matter how good his takedown defense is. Because I was thinking about this, man.
Wait, what?
It doesn't really matter how good Jiri takedown defense is.
That's crazy.
Because just think about this, though, man. Like, Jan takedown defense is real good, exceptional. And he still got taken down. So I think
he's going to get taken down.
I think Jiri's best bet is to keep the fight standing and go for a quick knockout.
What?
Jiri.
In a 5-round fight?
Yeah, he has to. He got to get Glover out of there, man.
Dude, that's like...
Hopefully he can replicate what Anthony Johnson did.
Joseph, he's not Anthony Johnson. Like, that's... You cannot say... Think about it. How can somebody replicate what Anthony Johnson did? Nobody who can do that. There's literally like 3 or 4 people with that type of power.
But Jiri's pretty close though.
No, he beat people he was supposed to beat. Don't get me wrong, but like, I'm looking at the fight right now. I'm looking at it. I'm going back and looking at it, and look, he got taken down easily, bro. Like bro, Glover does that one time, it's over because even that first takedown, if he don't get the finish, he'll know he can do it. And the thing is, he'll smother. See, Glover does this thing where even if he don't, like he did it with Thiago Santos. Yeah. He broke him down. Yeah. He got him exhausted, got him tired, and basically, when you come out for the next round and you got to be worried about that takedown, and you already tired because you got smothered, but then he was breaking down your defense, seeing how can I pass guard, can I drop ground and pound. Like he'll figure out like what do I do from here to basically go for that rear naked choke or to like pretty much beat you down. Now the only thing is You can't get caught in that first round.
That's what I was saying. Like, so
all the spinning stuff.
So
and
what's
all
Jiri's approach to winning this fight? Then, like, it has to be like
he got it can't be no. I don't want to say like
not like a quick knockout, but like
it got to be no. I don't want to say it got to be a quick finish. I think he needs to use his quickness because I don't. Yeah. That's bruh. If you telling me you got to be in there with somebody for 25 minutes like Glover, and you telling me that you got to pour all your effort into the first 5 minutes. To somebody who has historically been hurt and come back and won fights exactly like that, like the same game plan is how he's won a majority of his fights, especially lately. You got to use your speed. You got to use your movement because Glover can be stiff. Glover can be stiff. Glover can stand there, but a lot of times. A lot of people can't take advantage of it. The only people who really got him was really, I'm going to be real, Anthony beat him. But if Anthony didn't get that knockout, bro, he would have lost the same way. He would have got rear naked choke, really. Yeah. Eventually, eventually, especially as the fight went on. Yeah. And then, I think the way to beat him is you got to look at what Alex did to him. I think that's a replicable. I think that's a.
But
I think
it's so much bigger than Jiri, though.
Yeah, but look at how much faster Jiri is, bro. Look at how. I mean, yeah, it's different, but that's about the closest person that beat Glover that he can replicate, but without you just saying, "Hey, I'm gonna throw a Hail Mary."
The only thing is, man, Alexander, he was able to stuff John Jones takedowns in the first fight.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't think Jiri can do that.
Alex got a different type of takedown defense too.
Hey, the only thing is Glover, his age, he's 42, 43. So like a lot of times older fighters, man, like when they get older, a lot of times it's like they fall out of their prime out of nowhere. It's like they can just like,
I know that's true.
It's like they can look good one fight and then the next fight is like they just fall off, kind of like Jacare. It's like you look good one fight and then next fight you get finished.
A lot of injury stuff. But I know what you're saying though. It's like you don't know whenever, like they say, father time. Yeah. Like you don't know when. But the thing is, Glover, he win fights off experience. Like he don't win fights off of like
athletic ability.
Really being athletic, really it's more like he taking experience and like a cautious and like a strategic approach to win. Like that's how he's been winning. So I mean, but you are right though. You don't know when that can happen. But again, he's not really winning fights like that. He ain't going out there looking for a one-punch knockout and then if I can't get that, all of a sudden I done lost 5 in a row by knockout. Like he don't win like that.
But can Glover take shots like that? Like, can he still take shots like he did years ago? Because he's still 42. That's another thing. Yeah, I mean, what happens if he go out there and get hurt and get finished like real fast? Yeah, and can't recover.
Yeah, I mean,
which he more than likely will, to be honest. But
the thing is, I think that even if he get hurt, I don't think it'll be like a one-punch knockout deal. Yeah, I think if he get hurt, that'll be what it is. Like he'll get hit hard. Yeah. And he might get hurt or it might be uncomfortable, but I think at that point, instantly push you up against the cage. Try to suck your feet up from under you, get up under your hips. I can see Jiri, but I can see him sitting down with his butt on the ground, with his back against the cage, and Glover just kind of pulling him. I can just see that. I mean, after him hurting him. Like, you know what I'm saying? But again, you can't be too slow now because at the same time, Jiri, another thing Jiri got going for him, he can use that quickness. He can use his range. But when you start you throwing in a bunch of spinning stuff, but then again, that's dangerous. Because what if he spin and Glover ducks? Because Glover has caught people like that.
No, man.
Well, what if he spin or something and then Glover grab his back and drag him back? Like, that's very...
I thought you were going to say, what if he spin and Glover counter him?
I don't really see that. I don't really see... The only way I can see Glover really knocking him out, like I can see a TKO on the ground, like an exhaustion TKO, like an Anthony Smith. But the only way I can see him is if he wrestle him bad in one of these rounds. And then the next round, Jiri think he's going for a takedown, and then Glover just hit him with something big. And but I don't just see him just outstriking Jiri. That's crazy. Like Jiri can't do certain things, but Glover can't do certain things either. Like don't go.
But Jiri has a lot of tools in his arsenal too. He has a crazy flying knee, head kicks. So it's not like he's just throwing hands.
But you got to set all that up though.
I know.
You can't just do that out of nowhere because that's how you get taken down by just doing like. And we talk about this all the time in MMA. A lot of people do not use their jab. But he did use a good jab against Dominic Reyes. He does. Man, personally...
I don't think it matters because Glover's going to be walking him down anyway.
He's going to be getting walked down.
So it don't matter.
Who you think... Who you going for ultimately?
Man, Honestly, I think Glover's gonna win, man. But I want to see Jiri go for a knockout, though. I want to see him go for it. But I think Glover has more ways to win. He's older, more experienced.
Because if you look at a lot of these people on his record, let's say recently, Ian, well, nah, he kind of still.
And I hate to say this, man, but like there was a situation with Anthony Smith, man.
Well, I mean, but the home invasion thing, that plays a role in it, but ultimately,
he still lost.
It's a fight, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, we don't make no excuses, but
the Thiago Santos.
He did come off.
Who is
he
more?
Did come off ACL surgery though, Thiago Santos.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Surgery on two.
But that didn't play a role when he dropped him all the times. He still.
But they say Thiago didn't work on his wrestling none at that camp.
Man, when you drop somebody that many times, bro, and they still come back and beat you, bro, man. Like that's.
And that was his last fight with Thiago. Looked like he was like a contender. That was his last really like real good performance.
So then, if we go and look at John, I mean, he just kind of. Would it be right to say he just kind of ran through him?
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
absolutely, man. Like I thought Johns was walking him down. I didn't expect that to happen.
But
he got hurt. What happened is I think John got hurt with the left hook, right? He got hurt with the left hook, man. I don't think he was the same after that. Cause I think people sleep on Glover like knockout power.
Yeah, that's another thing. The thing is, if I'm, bro, look, having all these wins is phenomenal, bro. Like, look, you 28-3, bro. You fought 31 people. You knocked out. Well, you won 28 of them. Yeah. 28 of 30 some fights. You out of those 28, you knocked out 25 of them, bro. That's beyond impressive.
He got 2 submissions and he only went to the decision once.
That's beyond impressive. The only thing is, you got 2 fights in the UFC to win a UFC title.
Yeah,
bro. This is the thing when it comes to experience. When it comes to experience, Glover don't even have to go for the finish. His goal is, let me just get you into these later rounds.
Yeah.
Let me just get you into these later rounds. And if I get you into the later rounds where...
Is that a good game plan for Glover, though? Just think about this, man. Like, Jiri's movement. I think, like, it'll give Jiri enough time to set something up. Because whatever Glover has to do, Glover has to do it kind of like at the end of the first round, beginning of the second round, kind of.
Yeah, that's normally how.
Because if he played that game with Jiri, I think Jiri going to catch him eventually.
But the thing is, it ain't like you're going to be sitting on the out letting Jiri do what he want to do on the outside. I'm talking about smothering him over the course of, bro, think about it.
Yeah.
Glover smothering you, and let's say you don't get finished and you don't get choked out and you don't get TKO'd for the second round. And you get taken down and you survive the third round. Dude, eventually that 4th or 5th round, you going to get broken down, man. Like, it's only a matter of time.
I hate to say this, bro, but I think the elephant in the room is, who does Jiri train with? Does he train with any wrestlers, man? Because we know Glover is training with wrestlers, training with strikers. Exactly. It's like, bro, so who is Jiri training with? Like, who is he grappling with?
Because he got taken down by Dominic easily, man. And I know Dominic is a big athletic guy, but he ain't wrestling ain't his thing. Like, he's a knockout guy. And we just watched, bro, he kind of grabbed him up pretty easy. He can't do that now.
It seemed like he kind of like reckless. And he kind of like, you know how some strikers they be kind of reckless with they striking and they get taken down like when they don't see it coming. Yeah. He seemed like he's kind of like that. I think Glover gonna set up, take down, and just take him down.
It's just the fact that it's a 5-round fight. If it was a 3-round fight, man, I think it'd be a little bit different because Jiri wouldn't have to worry about the gas tank that much. Because I mean, these are a lot of first-round finishes. I see some third-rounders in here, bro. That's a lot of first-round finishes. So, bro, realistically, he hasn't been on his back in the 3rd and 4th round.
So, how many fights did he win in a row? What is it, like 12?
It's
probably more than that. Like,
and then he lost to Muhammad Lawal, like King Mo. That ain't a bad loss.
That's a prime King Mo, too.
Bro, this is a phenomenal record. But look at the people, he won fights he was supposed to. He beat Fabio. Now, wait a minute. We're seeing a familiar name here. My body shot guy, remember?
Yeah. That's the guy who beat Fedor.
Man,
Maldonado.
But he ain't a wrestler though, huh? He's not a wrestler.
He's straight boxing.
Ultimately, who you picking? Like who? I know who we want to win and who we think gonna win is different. So who do you want to win? I feel like you want Jiri to win. I feel like you can kind of tell I'm kind of going for Glover.
Honestly, I'm 50-50 with this, man. I respect a knocker artist. A fighter who goes for the finish. But at the same time, like I love Glover. Like pretty much like the route he took, his path. He never gave up on his dream. and his skill set. Like he has a bunch of finishes. When was the last time you saw Glover win a decision?
It was like a split decision a few fights back, but he does.
Rampage.
No, but the Nikita, what's his guy name? But the thing, he goes for it though. That's the thing though, because you like a knockout artist is still a finisher, right? Because but he's a finisher. Like he goes for a fifth round. Yeah. We're 1 minute to the fifth round. How many people have cardio to even do that to make it?
I think rounds? But Anthony was done at that point, man.
But the thing is, he could have said, "Hey, I'm up 4 or 5 rounds, and I'll just ride it out and get this decision." But bro, to still be going for that, I mean, and then think about it. You can still get you can still get a finish. You still got a bonus, and that's an extra $50K potentially if you go in there and choke something out or knock something out.
So as long as Jiri don't do what Jan did, man, which was, with all due respect, not a lot of anything. Jan, he didn't do a lot of nothing, to be honest, man. I don't know if he was nervous or what the deal was, but he just looked like he was real tentative, man. Like
he said he had diarrhea.
Oh, he did?
Remember the last fight when he beat Rakic? And remember in the post-fight interview, he was saying he had diarrhea. He was saying, he was saying a whole bunch of stuff.
What's weird is he was making fun of Ratchet, whatever, for the way he beat Ratchet by the leg kicks, by the leg injuries. But then you making excuses before that and saying like you lost because you had diarrhea. But then you're bragging about beating somebody by leg
injury.
Yeah, I mean, I know he's just excited about winning, but
getting back on track. But for me, man, either guy. I'm going for Glover, man, just because of the fact that I've been watching this dude from the WC days. Like, back, I'm talking about Tap Out. Remember Mask from Tap Out? Like, I remember that Glover, it was Glover and somebody else, and they both trained with, they was training with Chuck Liddell, some of his main sparring partners. And I want to see Glover defend his belt at least once. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see him defend that belt and solidify, like, hey, I didn't just get the belt just because. Some people might say Jan was kind of like one of the, if John Jones was still in that division, nobody would have that mug but him. Obviously,
it's gonna be weird if Glover lose though.
Like I said it,
because that means like John Jones will be the last person. Well, really, Jan defended. Yeah, he defended against Israel.
Yeah, but he was coming up from middleweight.
So I mean, I like to see a champion. I like to see light heavyweight champion defend his belt a couple times.
Yeah.
But it'd be awkward or weird if Glover lose, man.
And then you don't want it to be like, oh, you won just because the champion was somebody who was, maybe not the strongest of the champions, at the time. But Jan is still good, obviously. But like, depending on the perspective, I don't want people thinking it was a fluke just because of who was the champion at the time. Because people don't really put respect on Jan's name either, really. Like, so I'm kind of going for Glover, but I mean, I like both guys. They both seem like cool guys. But let's move on and talk about Valentina and Santos. This is kind of interesting, man, because you brought up a point that like a lot of people been losing their belts lately. Like a lot of people who had belts for a long time, been biting the bullet. You know what I'm saying?
Amanda. And
that's a conversation because we got some thoughts on some of Rose fights anyway, to be honest, and some of them split decisions. But I'm looking, okay. So her last loss was really, only person she really lost to.
And they say it was Amanda, and they say that fight was controversial.
Oh, this was definitely very controversial. Like there's a lot of people who felt like she should have won. Liz Carmouche, that's a good win, but
no, that's when Liz ran from her for 5 rounds. You remember that?
Oh, man.
Yeah, she literally ran. They had to girl, you have to engage. You can't keep moving around for 5 rounds.
Oh man, the Lauren Murphy, I remember that one. That was she got her bad there.
Nothing really happened early on, and she kind of finished her in the later round out of nowhere.
Kind of beat Andrade up.
She embarrassed Jessica. She embarrassed her bad, man.
In the Jennifer Meyer fight, man, she just out. Honestly, she just out.
It was like close, but I mean.
It was like a glorified sparring and rolling match. Yeah. Like she was the clearly dominant fighter whenever she in one and toward the end of the fight, she just took off with it basically. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I mean let's go take a look at the challenger, man. The 19-1, 10 KOs. She got 6 decisions. So if she can't get the finish, She
that's
will.
A lot of knockouts, though, man.
That is a lot of knockouts. But let's see who she been knocking. But now I'm gonna tell you something. I'm seeing something here.
I'm seeing a lot of her.
I'm seeing a lot of first round.
A lot of those wins come in Brazil,
and they were first round finishes. And then you get to the UFC, and all of a sudden you kind of having more stiffer competition here. She lost a split decision, so you know that what that means. Yeah. Kind of could have went either way, more than likely.
She's a winner, though, man.
She's a winner, bro. She's a winner, and she'll take that decision if she can. So more than likely, it looked like the finish is not necessarily at this level in the UFC because a lot of those finishes came from lower level competition. But in the UFC, a lot of her fights, all of them look like, except for one, went to every last one of them went to decision. Now the thing is, we know Valentina will take a decision too.
Oh, absolutely.
She'll take that. She'll take that decision too, and she know what it takes to win a 5-round fight in the UFC. Look, if your best chance is winning by knockout, but if I look at the majority of your knockouts and they came from people like, bro, this is the people
Tyler never been in a 5-round fight before.
She never been in a 5-round fight, bro. I'm sorry, but I know people losing their belts and stuff like that, but I'm sorry, I'm not going against Valentina. Not now. And 19-1 is impressive, man. Like, you beat 19 people you were supposed to beat. That's impressive, man. Like, nothing bad to say about that. But look at this. This basically means this fight is more than likely going to a decision.
And she has the advantage when it comes to knockout power, but so did Amanda Nunes, Tyler.
How?
But so did, she has a knockout advantage. Right?
Look at who she knocked out, though. Like, you got to think about in the UFC. No, look at
her last fight against Joanna Wood.
That's one fight out of.
And I'm saying, like, she has knockout power, man, but she's more of a
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, one knockout in 6 fights. Valentina had. Let me see. I know she'd be going to the decision, but in her last few fights, she 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on, my fault. No, I'm right. 1, 2, 3. So she got 4 knockouts in her last 6 fights. So she has a higher chance of winning by knockout, if anything, at the UFC level of competition. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What you looking at?
I'm trying to see if Tyler's a black belt on the ground. Because in my opinion, I think Valentina has
a weakness.
No, I think she has an advantage on the ground.
By far. Yeah, depending. But again, if I'm looking at Santos' record, I don't see no submissions, bro. Not in the UFC. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it ain't like she's fighting like super black belts who are just dangerous. Like, she fighting people that if you was gonna get a submission in the UFC, she probably would have had one from one of these people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But she has 88% takedown defense. That's good. Tyler,
look at most of her fights where they came from.
That's true.
I cannot stress enough.
That's true. Against Joanna.
Look, you had all these knockouts in Brazil. But these
are UFC. These are UFC.
That's UFC
statistics.
Oh, yeah, but that's different. Hold on now.
Which
so she beat.
Let me be clear. I think Valentina gonna win this fight. But
she
I just
beat
think
Roxanne Modafferi.
Yeah, but Roxanne is tough though. Let's be real.
She's tough, but
I'm not saying
when it comes to winning, like the outcome of getting that W, you can kind of figure something out and get the advantage of her. Roxanne also has been in the game a long time. Yeah, being a tough competitor. But in 2020, so she fought her last year in 2021. Do you expect somebody who was 18-1 at the time to lose to Roxanne Modafferi when Roxanne retired in Houston at UFC 271?
But Roxanne, she has a history of beating like veterans though. She's so underrated. Like, she beats fighters she's not supposed to beat.
That happened like 1, 2 times.
Yeah, true.
Like that, and it happened, and it was exciting, but that ain't a common occurrence. Like Joanne Wood. Let me see. I don't like diving too deep because we'll start clicking and getting away from. But I mean, Joanna is 15-8, bro.
Scroll down.
She's 15-8, man. What you doing?
She lost 3 in a row.
Man. So it's like she kind of beat her on the slide there, man.
Yeah.
Granted, it wasn't 3 in a row at the time; it was only 1. But I mean,
but the only thing is that doesn't really prove. Like, sometimes upcoming contenders who will become champion one day,
they got to beat somebody to get
the champion,
right,
or to get the belt, whatever. So
I'm looking at the level of competition, and look, don't get me wrong. Could Valentina get caught? Yes. Could she get caught slipping? Yeah, it happens.
Anybody can.
But I'm sorry, man. It ain't even so much that I'm saying Valentina just unbeatable. I'm just saying
Oh yeah, man. Valentina minus 630. Oh yeah, man. This is. I'm not saying it's a lick, man, but like, yeah, she the biggest favorite. She the biggest favorite on the card.
What website are you looking at?
Best Fight Odds.
That's right.
Yeah, so Valentina's the biggest favorite on the card.
Man, I don't think the level of competition.
I don't think the talent discrepancy is that big. I don't think the talent gap is that big between Valentina and Tyler. If I'm gonna just be honest with you, well, it is on the ground. If that fight hit the ground, it's over with. You know, but like when it comes to stand up,
will hit the ground. Bro, Valentina is
but Tyler, her takedown defense is 88% though
against people who aren't really heavy wrestlers like that.
That's true,
bro. You're fighting. You know, I'm just throwing out like be real. How many takedowns you think Roxanne went for? You can put up the fight
a bunch.
And how many you think she got?
0.
More than likely. I mean,
hey, I'm gonna be honest though. I think Valentina's approach is just.
Hold on, let's look at Jillian's record. Hold on.
Yeah.
Bro, Joseph, come on, man.
Joseph. So what do you think?
Hold on. Let's talk about it. Okay. Come on, Joseph.
Oh.
I mean, this might be the most.
I think Molly's.
No, this is good. This is straight. Yeah, this is straight. Like, okay, this is straight. But Joseph, everything else, man, I'm sorry.
But if I'm Valentina, I'm playing it safe. I'm outpointing her. I'm using my experience.
No, Valentina also, remember what she did to Jennifer Myers? She started taking her butt to the ground. Forget it.
True.
I'm not going to give you the opportunity to catch me with a spinning, flying.
No, none of that. Can't catch Valentina, man.
That's what I'm saying. She going to wrestle her, bro. I'm telling you.
If Amanda can't catch her, bro.
And so, look, she lost a split decision here. 3 rounds. More than likely, cardio was a factor there.
Yeah, true. Good point.
Guess what that means? Look, she lost to somebody who was 12 and 9, bro. Joseph, look at this. Look at this. I'm sorry, but Valentina. So who you going for?
Oh, Valentina.
I'm going for Valentina. And look, because something crazy happened. I mean, anything crazy can happen. But I mean, if I had to bet the house on it,
and this is a first 5-round fight too, man.
I know that's it.
When she hit the championship round,
man, look, you gotta get your cherry pop, man. That's why I say, Jiri, bro, you fighting. If you going for the knockout, if that's your biggest bet in a 5-round fight, historically, it doesn't happen here and there. It does, but historically,
and not only that, Dave, I think it will like. It's definitely not going to work against Glover. That's one fighter who it's not going to work on. Yeah, more likely because it's style. Yeah, because of Glover's style. It might work against other fighters, but
that ain't doing that. Right. So now we got Weili Zhang versus Joanna. This is an interesting fight, man, because of what just happened with the Rose and Carla fight. Because look, I mean, to be honest, look, not to kick nobody while they down, but it's like the way the fight went. Obviously, every fight can't be fight of the year or a barn burner. Rose and done a whole bunch in the UFC. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that was like a fight. That was kind of like you know. And Carla, not necessarily the most exciting, but she can get the job done more times than not. Well, but when it comes to decisions, Rose kind of has some fights that make you scratch your head and say, hey,
even against Weili. Even against Weili.
We watched that, Joe. We watched that one live, and I thought Weili took it. So that's why this fight's so interesting, because Joanna lost to Rose twice, but somebody that Joanna beat has the belt now. But somebody who beat Joanna, that's who Joanna got to beat to try to get back to the belt. You know what I'm saying? And when you got Weili, obviously got cleaned up that first fight, But that's crazy, bro, to never lose and then to get beat in 1 minute. But that's crazy.
Yeah.
And so, but Rose is a finisher. That's what she do, when she's on. But then the second fight, split decision, I thought Weili got it, bro. Like, I'm going to just be real with you.
So you're saying you think they both beat Rose in their second fights?
I did.
Pretty much.
I did. I think they both beat Rose in those second fights, personally. They gave him the Rose. Obviously, there's a lot of marketing behind Rose. That's another discussion. But, I mean, so this fight is interesting because you got two people who arguably
could be champion.
Could or should be champion. And they're fighting for – and look, and if Weili loses, that's 3 in a row. But you know what I think takes steam off of it? Right. It will be a loss to somebody she beat. So you could look at it as 3 in a row, or you could look at it as I'm 1-1 with Joanna. And so, you see what I'm saying?
And even though it's 3 in a row, it'd be against 2 people. Because it's one part she lost to twice.
But I'm going to tell you this, though.
I like both of these fighters equally. I'm not even gonna lie, man.
But look at the crazy thing is, whoever seemed to win the first time seemed to win the other time. But they both lost to Rose though.
Yeah, they both lost twice.
I'm sorry, but they should both be 1-1 against Rose because now it's kind of throwing off the metrics a little bit because it's like they beating each other. But now
I don't like this matchup, man. I don't like this fight.
Me neither.
I don't like this fight.
I feel like they both should be fighting. I feel like, well, no, she lost a split decision to Weili. This is crazy. Yeah, I don't necessarily. I'm not the biggest fan of this, man. To be honest, but obviously they do have to fight. Somebody has to win. But who you think gonna win, man, bro? Like
I'm gonna go with Joanna, bro, because I think she's gonna be fresh, man.
I kind of want
2 years of her not fighting, man. I think
that's true.
Her body recover. I think she's gonna be. Hopefully she's healthy,
mentally
recovered,
mentally more importantly. But
and
what about
a 3-round fight?
What about Weili?
When was the last time Joanna was in a 3-round fight?
That's true.
Most of her fights been 5-round fights.
And this might be something good to get back on track, and because those 5-round fights are tricky because sometimes judges kind of look at what happened toward the end of the fight, but you didn't even consider the beginning. But in this particular fight, I mean, Weili, bro, I don't want to see Weili lose 3 in a row, bro.
I know, man.
Because that's messed up. Because I feel like she won this one, but obviously it is what it is.
I think that's the cost of fighting in the top 5. That's the cost of fighting in the top 5, David. Because it happens. It happens to Tony Ferguson. It happens, dude, to like a lot of fighters.
You end up getting caught in that.
Exactly.
Where your level of competition is so high where you got to be on point to be winning anyway.
It's pros and cons, dude, because if she wins, she's back on track for a title shot. If she loses, she lost 3 in a row. So it's just like high risk.
This is
high risk, man.
Go big or go home type deal. You know what I'm saying?
Which I still don't like this fight, man.
But I'm gonna tell you this though. I'm kind of hoping Joanna get it, man, because I don't like how people turn their back on her after the Rose thing. Like she was marketing herself as the boogie woman the whole time, and the moment she went against Rose, y'all just took it. She did the same thing, and they just went crazy with it, and they was glad she lost. And they kind of all rooted against her in the rematch too, and that was kind of crazy. But I like a good redemption story. What you looking at?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm looking at Joanna, her last 6 fights, and she only won 2. And she lost 4 of her last 6 fights, man. Joanna can't afford to lose this fight, man.
I know, but again, I don't think she lost that second road. That's what I'm saying. I don't think she necessarily lost that one.
And nobody cares because she lost to Weili, Valentina, Rose.
She lost to some former champions. But she lost
to former champions.
3 killers. But Joanna got to get her name back in there, man. I kind of want to see Joanna get back in it because Weili, if Weili loses, I feel like there's a little bit of grace on Weili because she represents the whole country. They not just gonna toss her to the wayside. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? I feel like Weili gets one more opportunity after this.
Yeah, true.
Joanna need this, bro.
How old is
Weili, I feel like Weili will get another opportunity. Whether she want to take it or not, I feel like she'll get another opportunity to stay in the mix.
Joanna 34. Ooh.
I want Joanna to get this one, man. I'm going for Joanna. Now,
the only thing is, man, like not fighting can't 2 years, man. But dude, you gotta understand psychologically, she in the right state of mind psychologically.
Versus Weili is coming off of a split decision that I probably should have won, bro. How many times do we see these people lose these split decisions where they probably should have won and they can hardly never get it back on track after that? We got a name for that. We're gonna talk about that in another show. We got a name for that because this is when we first seen it. And I hate to say it, we call it the Great Maynard effect. We've seen this, the Dominic Reyes, the Johnny Hendricks, bro, the Carlos Condit. Man, some of my favorite fighters have gone through it, man. I'm just being real. Oh, man, when you lose that title and you fight hard and you give your soul and you lose a split decision, Joe's, a lot of people don't come back from that, bro. I'm gonna just be real. I'm kind of leaning towards Joanna. I'm gonna be real with you.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards. I'm leaning towards her, man. I mean, she beat Michelle before that, but with Michelle, you never know what you know. It depends on who she fighting. So that was a good win, and then she beat Tisha Torres, but that was in 2018, bro. Joanna's last fight was in 2020.
So I was just looking at the fight stats on UFCstats.com. For Joanna, for the Joanna fight, man, for the first fight, the first Weili fight, and pretty much Joanna outstruck her like about 20 strikes.
Yeah, so but the difference was
the Weili had more power, and she was more
aggressive. She had her looking like a monster at the end of that fight, bro. Like because you said she outstruck about 20 strikes over the course of 25 minutes. That ain't the biggest discrepancy, especially when one person looks like they've been through literally hell and back. One person literally looked like they got ran over by a truck and barely escaped with their life.
The nothing is, let's be real, man. Joanna, she's better in 5-round fights, man, because she's really kind of like a slow starter. Let's be honest.
And that's
this
true.
3-round fight gonna work against her, man.
I was thinking, but then I don't know, man, because maybe depending on how she's been training and getting her mind right, maybe she's been able to fix that over the course of 2 years and say, okay, I've been starting off slow. Let me just, not recklessly, but let me just get out to a better footing for momentum, because you can't give up those early rounds and then go into a close fight. But wait a minute, you done gave up 2 rounds now. So the last 3 rounds was close, but remember, you did give up some action earlier, and that does count against you, especially when a lot of times in 5-round fights, judges lean more towards what happened earlier. I mean, not early, but they lean more towards what happened later in the fight. Yeah. So hopefully some of this stuff been cleared up, but ultimately, who you going for?
Man, I'm going to go with Joanna, man. She's fresh, haven't fought in 2 years. The question is, where is Wei Li's mindset?
What's the betting?
Coming off 2 losses,
What's the betting odds? This is going to be interesting because I feel like people don't like Joanna, and I feel like that plays into it, to be honest, which is weird because people did like her at one point. People loved her until she went up against Rose, but like,
Wei Li is the favorite
by how much?
minus 165.
That's not bad. You know what it is?
I like that, bro.
That's
I like that. I think Joanna going to win.
They put more respect on Joanna's name than I thought, to be honest.
I think Wei Li is going through a lot psychologically. She's thinking, if I lose this, I'm gonna lose 3 in a row. I think Joanna has a psychological advantage. If that makes sense.
I got a question. What you think gonna happen and what you want to happen is 2 different things.
Oh yeah, man. I'm still a 3-round fight though.
I think that probably Wei Li probably win. And I got
her winning the first 2 rounds, man.
She'll probably win the first 2 rounds. That's what I think gonna happen. I think she'll win. I kind of am rooting for Joanna though, because I like a good redemption story. It's because everybody turned it back on. I like a good redemption story, but I like Wei Li though.
And then Joanna, Joanna. Nobody talks about this, man, but like I got nothing but respect for Joanna because she's a fighter. But she plays a lot. She plays around a lot in the fights, man. The laughing, the smiling, the joking, she does like a lot of stuff. Like focus on winning these rounds.
What has she been doing in the last year? That's true. And go back to the Jiri. What kind of training you been doing? Yeah, like true. What? Hopefully there's been some mental stuff in there, but hopefully,
it's weird, yeah.
I kind of neutral on this one, man. I ain't betting no money, so I mean, ultimately, I can't really.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Wei Li, man. This is 3 rounds.
She probably win because she's gonna be very strong for 3 rounds.
Yeah,
she's gonna be very strong for 3 rounds.
I want Joanna to win, but
yeah, because Wei Li has beat everybody except for one person. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Good point.
And that's tough. Okay, so now we got let's go here. We got. Wait a minute, is this who I think it is, bro?
Yeah, that's the knockout guy, man.
Is
that the guy who knocked out?
Bro, he knocked out by Asia, man. That's the knockout guy.
Oh man,
that's the knockout guy, man.
He kind of resembles.
Hey, go pull up some stats. Go pull up some stats.
Don't he resemble Shogun?
Yeah, physically, yeah, he does. So 16-4. The guy's a winner. 81% finish rate, 13 knockouts. So we know what he came to do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm here to do.
He get hit a lot too, man.
He get hit a lot. Okay.
Yeah, Andre, man. I'm gonna be honest. When they first announced this fight, I said Jake, man. I'm gonna take the wrestler, man.
But let's look at Jake now, man, because I mean his record looks good, but
no. And then Andre take down the fence.
Where's the improvement?
Nah, that ain't good enough.
So I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I'm just not seeing. I'm looking at this loss to Sean Brady. I know Sean Brady is a top 10 guy now, huh?
Yeah.
I think he cracked it. I think he beat Chiesa. Yeah, he ended up cracking the top 10 with them.
Ooh, 15-0.
Tough guy, man. That's a tough fight, man. But that was a step up fight for Jake. You see what I'm saying? Because he ain't a gatekeeper.
Yeah.
But he's like in a purgatory where it's like, we can't give you too dangerous of a guy.
Yeah.
But you're better than the lower level guys. Like, it's like a weird space. He's in a mid space as far as trying to crack into the top 10 and stuff like that and make waves. And it's like you kind of got to be careful because you don't want to.
But who has Jake beat, though, man?
He beat Jing Liang a while ago, but that was 4 years ago. Yeah, that probably wouldn't happen today.
Look at these guys, Diego, man.
Bro.
I think this is a 50-50 fight. I'm going to be honest with you.
It is.
I think their skills going to cancel each other out.
But that's the thing about Jake. A lot of his fights are 50-50. until he fights somebody at a higher level, and then Yeah. But go look up some stats real quick, man. Let me see if I can find.
Well, look at the stats, man.
I want to see if I can find something from Andre.
I'm not too impressed with Andre, man.
I don't see nothing that's too crazy.
He absorbed 6.7 strikes per minute. And his striking defense is only 48%.
He fought Chris Curtis. What happened in that fight?
Oh, that was years ago, man.
Bro, that was it wasn't like crazy amount of time ago. Like it was.
So who won?
Chris Curtis won.
All right, yeah, okay.
I mean,
it seems like Andre is kind of wild, man. Like with his strikes.
I'm finna look at. I'm on the UFC YouTube channel. I'm looking at. They posted this 11 days ago.
Yeah.
Andre Fiallo, UFC prospects to watch. I ain't gonna put it up on the screen yet because we got to figure out what amount of footage and how to put it on there the right way so we can be able to watch it. Okay, so I'm looking, bro. Knockout guy.
He's very dangerous. Very powerful.
Man, he beat my guy Baeza, man. I speak highly of this dude.
Yeah.
I think he lost 2 in a row now, huh? He lost to this guy. He lost to Chaos.
I think it's 3 in a row, man.
He ain't lose no 3 in a row now, did he?
Yeah, he lost 3 in a row.
He kind of get a side check, but let me. Oh man,
he lost 3 in a row, man.
No, but I don't think he lost this one. That's the crazy part. I think he won that one.
The Santiago?
No, he actually did lose that one. He fought hard, but he lost.
Yeah.
But okay, so as far as this fight, it's gonna be tough for me to watch, man.
He's very dangerous, man.
But I'm gonna tell you what's right now. For what I'm looking. Now I know you ain't really got to watch the wrestling
with Andre,
with Miguel Baeza. But I think from what I'm looking at, Joe, think about this. Jake is not extraordinary in no aspect, and we always talk about this. But if you don't have a way to really just end a fight, like, so at a certain level of a guy,
I mean, his wrestling is pretty good
against those lower tier guys.
I think it's gonna work against him, David.
This guy ain't a lower tier guy. I think he got potential to do something.
David, that's 75% takedown defense, David. It's kind of questionable.
I'm looking at this fight against Van Camp. Man, Joe, this guy's tough, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But Jake not gonna stand in front of him. I promise you
that.
Not, I promise.
Who does Jake fight like? He fight almost like a little less version of Roy McDonald, almost like cautious. Like he can,
yeah.
but I say like not necessarily
defensively he does. Yeah.
Defensively, like offensively, no. But I'm saying like as far as cautiousness and defense, a little bit offense, except for obviously Roy can do. Was able to do a lot of different things.
Jay got the little head kick on him too.
But he ain't gonna land. He ain't that type, bro. Like,
true.
Like he's a good fighter. I'm gonna put it like this. He's a good fighter.
There's so many questions with Jake, man. Like, what tier do you put him in, man? Like, bro, he's kind of Jake is not the most consistent fighter, man.
It depends on the level of competition, bro. I'm gonna be honest. So at this point, we don't. It's kind of
50-50.
But who you going for?
I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm going for Andre, but whenever I bet against Jake, man, he always proved me wrong.
That is.
I lost some money dealing with Jake.
Yeah,
man.
I lost some money on Jake too. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Now that
was it Kevin Lee who somebody just took him down and just ground pound him, man? It was like,
but Kevin is different in 2016 though. That was like a get him a title
lightweight.
Fight.
He was a lightweight.
Yeah, that was
I think he's a big lightweight.
So who you going? I'm going for man. Now that you just said that, you just threw a wrench in what I was finna say because I've lost some money on Jake too.
I'm gonna be honest, man. This fight, I think it's gonna go 3 rounds, man.
And you think I gotta give it to now they fighting in Australia too now. So if it go 3 rounds, it might be some of that home cooking, some of that home gumbo, if you will.
Yeah,
you know that home that. Yeah, I mean. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Jake.
Rounds,
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna go with Jake. Andre kind of like.
But that's only. But
he's
now,
sloppy, man.
Bro, Andre might finish something, man.
Yeah, but he's so sloppy, David. Like,
because I was just watching his fights, bro, and even the fights that he won, he was getting. It was back and forth. It was good on both ends, like. But it was some going back and forth, and he just got the better of it. But the thing is, Jake don't fight like that. Jake gonna be trying to wrestle you. So we're gonna go with Jake probably by decision. By split decision. You already know. So let's go check. Hey, man. Hey, this is our guy right here, man. This dude so impressive. Only 25 years old. Man, look, we saw him on the Contender and were just absolutely blown away, man. I mean.
So he pretty much lost his first fight and then came back.
Yeah, he lost the first ones, the first pro ones.
So this is incredible, Dave. He got finished his first 2 fights and came back and won like 10 in a row.
Bro. Stuck with it.
But that is crazy, man.
stuck with it, man. And I mean, this guy's so entertaining, man. Like seriously, the last fight, the guy took it on short notice. Man, the guy took it on short notice. And look, when you talk about somebody, taking a fight on short notice, and this guy, man, shouts out to Pete Rodriguez for taking this fight on short notice. Was 4-0, man. Not nearly ready for this, but stepped up to the challenge.
I hope he get another chance. By the way. Not at welterweight, drop down, but lightweight.
Not to sidetrack. A lot of times, I don't like when people take fights on short notice and then they try to come back and get it back because a lot of times it don't work. And now you got somebody 4-2 in the UFC.
Because who's to say
4-2 overall, but 0-2 in the UFC, and they probably should be out somewhere else building their record and experience.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? I feel like he took the fight on short notice.
And then who's to say Jack Dilla, he may not be? Who's to say he won't be a contender or in the top 5 like a year and a half?
Kind of. I don't even want to say a year and a half, depending on the way he fights, because people want to see him fight, bro. But shouts out to Pete Rodriguez, man. But to be honest, when you got somebody who's highly touted, like, let me get this right, Jack Della Maddalena, bro. You got somebody highly touted and skilled like this, and you got somebody taking a fight on like a week's notice.
Oh yeah.
Bro, that fight went exactly the way
he was getting caught. Let's be honest.
The guy was tough.
No, I'm saying he was catching Jack. They was catching each other, man.
I know, but I'm
Jack
saying
was a little bit more clean.
But at some point, though,
the
fight went because the guy.
But he was also just longer and.
But you got to think about somebody with Pete's record, bro. Like he was going for it, man. Like, bro, he got 4 knockouts and was trying to make it 5, and he didn't have nothing to lose. So of course he's gonna come out strong out the gates because I don't have nothing to lose. I was chilling and I'm fighting the UFC this week. Let me go out here and try to get this. You know what I'm saying? Let me just go for it. Look, when I say Jack stepped up, man, and like he was able to get through it and get through that energy because there is a level of that person taking the fight is dangerous. But don't make no mistake about it. Yeah. Bro, he got through it, was able to land just a beautiful combination, bro, and get that fight out of there, man. And
it looked like I might be reaching a little bit, but it looked like Jack improved a little bit since the last time we saw him.
Oh yeah, but I mean he was fighting somebody who took financial notice.
Oh yeah, true. True.
But I'm saying he looked that good in it that way it looked like that. But I mean obviously he's getting better. Man, I like this guy, man, and let's just go take a look at the guy he's fighting, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know the whole world about this particular person. No, wait a minute. Let me take that back. I've watched this guy fight because I remember this name here. I remember this Goretz. 20-5. Look, Joes, I ain't gonna lie to you. This right here concerns me. This concerns me. Cause this lets me know right now. Yeah, I'll go for
lay and pray.
You know what this says to me?
That means lay and pray. That's what that means.
This means lay and pray, and if your submission defense ain't good, I'll just submit you and get you out of there. So I'm looking at this and I'm saying, okay.
No, man.
I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, okay, if it go to a decision, how they gonna score that, depending on his style. But then again, they remember now they fighting in Australia, so some of that home cooking might be in effect here. Let's go take a deep dive.
This is a good test for Jack, though.
This is
a good test for him, man. This is a perfect fight for him.
This is almost, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of got an idea of what I think gonna happen. I don't want to ruin it. I think the fight gonna be close, and it's gonna be like a 29-28 thing for this guy.
No, man.
No, listen. I think it's going to be 29-28. I think it's going to be a good fight. They're going to both have their rounds. But I think it's going to be 29-28. But the winner by split decision going to be Jack. I'm calling it right now. I'm telling you. You see what I'm saying?
Read between the lines.
What's the dude, Kai France? Look, we like Kai. Kai did not win the last fight. Remember that? Remember that guy that wrestled
against a wrestler guy? Yeah.
Bro, Kai, he did good. He did good. And he was having his moments. But if you overall score the fight round by round, Kyle lost that fight. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's going to happen here. They're going to get his fight to this guy. I mean, they're going to get a fight to Jack.
I think the question that's going to get answered is how good Jack takedown defense is, how good his wrestling defense is. Because we know he got the hands. We know he got knockout power. We know he got striking. He moves good.
And he kind of, in the contender fight, he went back and forth with.
The guy. Yeah.
But I'm not going to lie. In hindsight, this win is like,
He did get taken down by the guy.
But man, he reversed that. He did phenomenal, bro. But this guy don't really fight the way he should for whatever reason. But there was a little bit of wrestling. But I think, brother, if he could, I'm gonna tell you, man, the power that Jack got, Joseph, if he can win this fight by finish, I think that'll be so impressive. I'm serious, man. Man, look, when I say we riding high on this guy,
I think he might have to end it by finish, though, man. Because I think if he don't, I think he's gonna lose the decision.
They in Australia. What you mean? If they go,
no, I'm saying, I don't think.
As long as you don't lose 30-27.
No, I'm saying I don't think it's gonna be close, though. I think he has to go for the finish, though, or at least hurt him.
How much wrestling do you think this guy gonna be able to do on him?
He don't have to wrestle, hold him against a cage. He just kind of control him. He don't have to
take him down. Jack gonna have his moments, bro. He got that energy. He fighting at home, bro. You think Jack ain't finna go crazy? Like, I'm serious. You think Jack ain't finna go crazy?
Be honest, bro. I don't think this fight gonna be close. I'm just trying to make it close.
Who you think
gonna
win?
Jack. I don't think it's gonna be close at all. I think Jack gonna crack.
I'm hoping Jack gonna crack. Hey, man. I think
this is a little step, man.
I'm gonna be honest though. You saying that, bro? We talking about a Russian dude that's 20-5 who.
That's true.
Yeah, we're not talking about a normal fighter here, man. Look, we're not talking about
35 years old.
So he know how to win, and he got the experience and he got that strength. He got that old man.
Or you can look at it as if he's kind of like, I'm not gonna say at the tail end of his career, but like
he might just be at the beginning, bro. If I'm looking at it, he might just be at the beginning. He lost a split decision to Danny Roberts, bro. He might just be at the beginning.
From what I just saw, it looked like a robbery.
And so he looked like he
outstruck him and out-wrestled him.
Look at his record: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bro, you 5-2 in the UFC with one of those being a split decision. Hey,
so like if you Jack, like
this boy Anthony been on everybody's record.
If you're in Jack Della's corner, what do you tell him? Do you tell him to fight smart?
Tough guy, man.
No, I'm saying, what do you tell him to go for the finish, or do you tell him just to kind of like fight smart or whatever? Man, I'm saying like I would like to see Jack go for the finish. I would like to see him get knocked out.
But this is my thing with that.
If it presents itself, if it presents itself,
I say outstriking. It ain't got to be going for a knockout. Outstriking like we know you can, and you make sure that you don't let him press you up against the cage and all that old stuff like that, and you go for that finish in front of your home crowd, and you get an extra $50,000.
So you think they feeding Jack?
They definitely not feeding him. This is a tough guy. This is the opposite of feeding. This is bro. Think about it. How you gonna say how is that feeding? Bro, the UFC called me and said, "Hey man, we got a 20-5 Russian wrestler from Dagestan."
Yeah.
My first thought is,
oh man,
oh my God, I gotta put in a hell of a training camp.
And then he lost to Danny Roberts, which was a close
fight.
Yeah. So it's like
super experienced guy.
Maybe a robbery, maybe
not maybe a robbery, but it's a close fight.
No, but I'm saying that my point is, dude, like, you think the Russian guy is gonna lose 2 in a row?
No,
I'm talking about mentally.
No,
I'm saying this is actually not a good matchup though. Like from his point of view, from Jack's point of view, because the guy lost one fight, which was close,
and he's a winner,
and he don't want to lose 2 in a row.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. If I'm Jack, I'm going for knockout, man. Get this guy.
No, I do not believe in going for no knockout in the first round, bro.
No, not in the first round. I'm just saying, like, I'm not going to the third round.
Man, you know what Jack going for. My thing is, you gotta. This is the thing. It's a fine balance between offense and defense. Yeah. You can't play defense because you end up losing because you're waiting. You're not doing nothing because you waiting on the other guy to try to wrestle and stuff. So now you didn't do nothing. You didn't strike like you should have because you was worried about takedowns and wrestling. But then if he starts doing that and then you actually get taken down to press against the cage, well then you just lost on the back end as well because you got taken down and wrestled. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You got to start off and you got to establish that jab. Jack is also left-handed. Am I correct?
Yeah.
He's a southpaw. I liked it because that means your punch is coming from a different place. So I mean,
he switched. Yeah, he switched. Oh, but the guy he's fighting is southpaw. So
man,
it's getting worse and worse, man. What we digging?
So that means his wrestling gonna be dang. Okay,
I'm trying to see if the guy been knocked out before, man.
Let's see. We really consider. And
important.
One time,
probably early on in his career
in 2014, bro. And you might as well not even bring that up.
Yeah, I know, man.
That was 8 years ago.
This could be a close fight, man.
Hey, and guess what? But now the thing about a close fight is he know how to win close fights. Now he fought. Yeah. Wait a minute, he associated with American Top Team. Wait a minute, Joe. That's a lot, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's a lot. Hey, I'm riding high on this guy, man. I ain't gonna lie. I want to see this guy. I'm going with Jack just because we like, man. Look, no offense to this guy, man.
Throw him in the fire though, man.
Who?
Jack.
I know this might. I
don't think this is a good matchup, man. This is not a good fight for Jack.
It seemed like it at first until we started diving to that record, and it's like, well, wait a minute, Mike.
Don't think is like the Russian guy, man. Like, don't think is like it's good to win decisions, man, but you gotta have a more definitive way of winning though.
Because you
might know how Jack gonna win.
Yeah, we know how he gonna win, and there ain't gonna be no decision. Hey, let's go check out. Now, to be fair, y'all, some of these guys, we gotta get to know them a little bit more. Some of these faces are recognizable, but like, we know Brendan. Man, why is he so far down on the prelims, dude? Oh, you know why? Cause they got Korean fighters in here. So let's go. We just gonna look at these fights, man, and just kind of see what we think. 10-4, 6 knockouts, man.
He tall, for featherweight.
Oh, I remember this one.
Alex
got him. Remember Alex got him this time? You remember last year, Alex kind of.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, like Alex looked real good now.
Oh yeah.
He looked damn good. Julian Erosa, man. Man, that's a good night. I remember this one. I remember this. What do you think gonna happen, man? I'm looking. Okay, so we know what he's trying to do. You know what I came to do. But like he's susceptible. He's susceptible. He's susceptible to that submission, though, man. So I mean,
but I'm saying he has decision wins too, so he can go out there and outpoint something.
Yeah, and then they fighting Australia. You know they're gonna be close to Korea, so let's go look up Joshua. Let's go check 9-1 winner, 5 KOs. Let's see when that knockout was. Oh, he lost to a knockout by Jalen Turner. That ain't bad at all. That's not bad at all, man. He had a split decision. Wait, what was going on? A split decision? Is that a split decision? A split draw? I wonder. Okay. Dude, this guy's a winner, man. This is a 50-50. I feel like it's going to be exciting no matter what. So I'm looking forward to this one just because it looked like two guys that really just go for it. Like, what you looking at?
Oh, no, I was tripping. I thought the fight was in Singapore. It must be the next fight.
Yeah,
it's
all right.
Yeah, I was tripping.
Man, Jalen Turner, bro, that ain't a bad loss, bro. Like,
it depends on which version of Jalen we talking about. It's two different ones.
It's the version that knocked him out. So obviously, you know which version that was. Yeah, that's the baby Anthony Johnson version. So that's hey. And then look, a split draw with Charles Jourdain. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. He seemed a little bit more consistent, bro. That's what I'm noticing here. Now, granted, there's a level of competition here that's a little bit different. No, Charles is a tough guy, bro, and Jalen's a tough guy.
Go to the other guy, his opponent.
Okay, so 3 UFC fights.
Oh, man.
A draw, a loss, and a win. Wait, boy, when I said consistent, I was all the way wrong. He won 1-1 in the UFC. That's the most inconsistent you could possibly be. That's a rare turn of events to go 1-1 in your first 3 UFC fights. Okay, and okay, so old boy is so we got he's 3-3. I don't know, man. They damn near the same thing. Dang near
in the UFC.
Yeah, they near the same thing. To be honest,
I'm going with Choi, man.
You going with Choi, man?
9-1. Interesting.
But 1-1 in the UFC. I'm gonna go with Choi, man, because it seemed like he know how to win at least a few of them in a row.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the long.
And bro, and I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah, it started off rough. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Gavin, but at one point, people thought Gavin was the real deal.
Yeah, like he was.
Let's be real, man.
So that wasn't the worst thing. But no, I'm looking at this and I'm looking like, look, won 3 fights in a row and just ran into Alex.
Alex tough.
Yeah, Alex is tough, man. So that ain't the worst. Let me see what Alex got going on here. Actually, let's see. Sadiq. Yeah, that wasn't the worst thing. But look.
He was on a little win streak.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bro, he's still 5-1. Bro, if I'm here, I'm saying I'm still 1. I'll start from there. I'll say I'm 5-1.
So Cho was pretty much on that win streak.
Yeah, that ain't bad.
Yeah, he was on Alex.
I think Troy win streak. I think Troy win. So let's go check out. Man, do I even want to butcher this, man? How you say that?
I'm not even gonna try, man.
He got a nickname. He don't, man.
So I'm gonna just say Stevie's opponent.
Man, I will have to go look up. Well, I know one thing he can
6
fight.
in a row.
I know one thing he can fight.
Yeah, but look, let me see.
I know one thing he can fight, man. Man, when he got to that UFC, that contender, like he had to go to that decision. You know what I'm saying? You ain't just gonna knock everything out up there. Now we got Steve Garcia, mean machine, 12-4, 9 knockouts. Okay, he going for it, man. Let's see. We got Louis Pena. That ain't a bad loss. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 2-1 in the UFC under the Zuffa banner. That ain't bad. He lost to Louis Pena. That ain't bad.
Louis is long, man, for the weight class.
And this guy won the decision, bro. I think this guy probably win. I'm going with Steve, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he fighting at Jackson.
The only thing is them decision losses, man. You know.
But this guy right here, 4 decisions. All right.
I don't know, man.
See what I gotta do?
I don't know about this one, man.
I gotta go. Hold on a second, man.
Let me see. If I had to choose, I'm
gonna go to YouTube. Time to go to YouTube, man.
Oh man, this is tough, man. So Steve trained with Jackson.
Yeah, but it ain't like Jackson.
It's not what it was like 12 years ago.
Before you saw it.
Yeah, man.
Before you saw it.
Oh man, that's dirty, man.
Let's see.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I don't know about this one.
They don't really have a lot of information on their fights on the UFC, man.
What matters is let me see.
Got some ads here. I'm going to
Steve Garcia. This is tough, man. I'm gonna go with Steve, man.
I'm going with Steve too, man.
Because I'm looking at his 100% takedown defense, keep the fight standing. Oh, he's a wrestler too. Okay.
Wait a minute, dude. Steve Garcia, I remember this guy. Remember he fought the guy that took. Remember the old boy fought on short notice one time. Remember him? But then he got a second shot and he ended up losing to Steve on this one.
Yeah.
That was Charlie Ontiveros, man. They kind of remember. Boy, he done had a hell of a ride in the UFC. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
I'm gonna just go with Steve, man.
I'm going with Steve,
bigger, man.
I'm gonna go with Steve too.
I think he's more well-rounded, man. Like, better wrestling, better.
Nah, he did get caught though with something. But this guy got Nah, he ain't just the biggest knockout guy. I'm gonna go with Steve on that one, man. So let's go. We're gonna take a look at Brendan Allen. Man, why he so far down on the prelims, man? He lost to what? Chris Curtis. Then he won one, and all of a sudden, brother, the man is literally under Zoo for 1, 2. Bruh, he won. He choked out Kevin Holland. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on, messed up. Scroll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2. But that's impressive. So let's go see. Oh my goodness! Wait a minute though.
Hold on, he
lost
Abdul,
and he survived 3 rounds. This is a tough guy.
Let me see.
But I ain't gonna lie to you, he's 6-1 though. But from experience, Brendan definitely gonna win this. Brendan's gonna win.
Yeah,
Brendan's gonna win. This guy's tough, man. Don't get me wrong. But I'm looking at 6-1, and I'm looking at whatchamacallit is 6. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But he's 7-2 in the whole UFC. This dude whole record is 6-1. Look,
nah, man.
I'm going with Brendan here, man.
Brendan, he loses a certain type of.
And I know Chris was unexpectedly. Chris been in the game for a long time.
Yeah,
and he was supposed to have been here.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Chris, man.
Yeah, Brendan.
I mean, not Chris. Yeah, my fault. Brendan. So now we got I'm seeing a lot of losses over here, man. Submission, so we kind of want to get the takedown to get that submission. Lost to running, yeah, that's not bad, but he was on a win streak before that. I'm liking what I'm seeing though, man. Look like a lot of them losses.
You ever notice these submission guys? It works until it gets to a certain level.
I know.
It's like they do that, then they get in the UFC, and it's like they can't get like not one submission win.
So let's go Storm here.
Oh, he's a knockout guy. So 8 knockouts out of 12 wins.
But he got knocked out with a spinning back fist and elbow. So like he got caught with something crazy. Yeah.
Is that when they both do a spinning elbow at the same time? Is that the knockout?
Let me go look at it.
Yeah, like it was some knockout. They both do a spinning back fist or back elbow at the same time.
I keep wanting to say back barrel every time I look at that. Let me see.
But honestly, man, the knockout guy versus the submission guy, man. Honestly, man, in theory, the submission guy always wins. They win more than likely.
You said who?
When the submission guy fights against the knockout guy, the submission guy wins like 9 times out of 10. Oh no, that was clean.
Yeah, it was clean. That wasn't at the same time. He got.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah, he knocked him out.
Yeah.
Man,
Was that bullshit though?
No, he ate him up.
No, I'm saying a lot of times when you throw it, man, like that's like a load. That's like a load conversion rate, man. Like the spin the elbow.
He dropped his right hand.
It happens once.
He dropped his right hand, and Chris set him up with something prior to that, and he saw how he responded.
Yeah,
because that's the first thing I go to the comments. They said Diana dips his head to the right when throwing his left routinely, and Gutierrez timed the left hook really well. Well, I mean, it was a spinning, But I'm gonna go. So he was on a win streak. They were both on a win streak. This is 50-50, man. But if I gotta choose a winner,
has the submission guy ever been knocked out? That's what matters. Who's more susceptible to getting finished?
He only been knocked out once.
All right.
This guy's been
submitted 0 times. I'm going with him. Well, I don't know.
What's his takedown defense?
Let me see. What's his name? The knockout guy. You talking about the knockout guy? Denial. 57%, man.
Yes. Oh, that's a recipe for disaster.
That's over.
That's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we got we're gonna look at this one real quick. I don't really know too much about them either. Oh, this Dragon Girl, bro. We know her. Well, we thought we did.
Look at her fight record, disqualification. It's like a lot of weird stuff happened, man. Like another disqualification. Oh my God. You've seen it all, huh? She got wins by armbar, losses by armbar.
It look like TKO arm injury. It's a lot going on.
Been through a lot, man.
It's a lot going on here, man.
I wouldn't bet on her, man.
19-5. 10 submissions and 7 KOs. So she definitely goes for it. Let's look at Juarez here and 10-4. Ooh, look, she got 6 KOs, man. 2 submissions. Let's see what she's been doing in the UFC. Ooh, they both need to win. Oh my goodness!
And she got submitted on. I think old girl will win. I think Leanne will win by armbar. Cause dude, she got a loss by armbar.
That's what I'm saying. It's funny. Oh man,
well, this fight hit the ground. I think Leanne gonna win, man.
But how can she win though? Like, what would be a game plan for her?
She got some knockouts, man.
Yeah, look, she got to keep this thing standing, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. She got to keep it standing.
Hold on, scroll back up.
Wrong record, my fault. She has to keep this fight standing up.
They had a crazy face off too, huh? During the weigh-ins.
She got to keep this fight standing. I hope she wins because I don't want to see nobody lose no 3 in a row.
Yeah, man.
But then again, this will be her second. If she loses this fight, she will be in the current spot that Juarez is in right now. This is a very interesting fight, man. I ain't gonna lie. At first I was like, but now I'm looking at it like, yeah, we might turn that one. Hey, let me make sure the fight's ain't going on right now. Actually, while we sitting here talking about the fights, and that fight might be over with.
Part might be over with, man.
Fight, let me see. Oh, Milwaukee started. Let me look it up, man, and see what's going on. Let's see. It don't look like it started yet. Okay.
So who you think will win this one?
I don't know, man. I like them, man. I like both of them. Honestly, they both tough, but I don't want to see nobody lose 3 in a row because then, No, but I remember she took a fight, Joseph. You remember this fight? I remember her face, man. Like she, oh man, Joe, this was a Cyril Gone card. But hold on, I'm gonna pull up real quick, and you're gonna be like, oh yeah. She took the fight on short notice. Remember? Joe, look at what she's wearing. You don't remember this?
It looks familiar,
bro. Hold on. Let me go.
Let me see.
So she took the fight on short notice, man, and she ended up getting submitted kind of fast.
Who's she fighting? Vanessa. That's tough, man.
I remember this one. I definitely remember this one.
I'm gonna go with Lee Yang on this one, man.
You going with Dragon Girl?
Yeah, I'm going with. She got too many armbar wins.
I remember Shorty, man. Like I don't know. We on YouTube looking at it. I remember this because I remember her walking into the thing because she's attractive. So I remember.
Yeah. So who you think will win this one?
I'm hoping she wins, to be honest, because I don't want to see her lose no 3.
No, I think Leanne gonna win this one, man.
Leanne probably will win, but I kind of hope Silvana win. But they both tough, man. They both nice. So and this is gonna be the first fight we got.
Oh, she got 0 decision. So Leanne never went to decision.
That's
why her fights end like that.
She got every finish in the world on her record except for going to actual decision. That's crazy.
She got more DQs on her record than
she got more disqualification wins and losses than shit. That's crazy. Okay, now we got Ramona, 6-3, 4 KOs. You know what she came here to do. She was on a little bit of a win streak, man, and then kind of ran to, made her debut and stuff like that. So we got La Pantera. Man, I ain't gonna lie. She need to get this one. Man, it seemed like the one thing I noticed when she fights, bro, she don't throw. There's no jab. It's just all, everything is so predictable. Like everything is like straightforward with no type of setup. And what happens is you might hit hard, but people know to avoid it, basically. You know what I'm saying? She's strong, but she normally finds herself like playing defense on the ground. It's weird, man. It's like to have somebody who got these tools where they can win by knockout or submission, but they always getting like playing defense and getting beat up. It's like weird. Ramona seems to know like she started off rough, man. I know. Look, the 6-3 thing.
Her last fight, man. She got
the 6-3 thing is kind of tricky because she started off 2-2, and then she won 4 in a row before she got to the UFC.
Well, maybe it was just like the level of competition of her last opponent.
Do you think?
You think it was that too?
But do you think she'll be able to clean it up and get back on track, or do you think?
No, not against Jocelyn.
But Jocelyn ain't like exactly,
Yeah, she ain't
consistent. Like like to be honest, like
I think this is a good matchup.
Well, she was consistent before she got to the. That's the crazy thing. She did the same thing. Winning.
The Jessica Rose Clark. That's tough, man. Like,
let's see what Jessica Rose Clark.
Ooh, never mind.
I'm like, yeah, I don't know what we talking. You must about the other Rose.
Oh yeah.
Or another Jessica. But you got that names mixed up.
Yeah.
Man,
but it's a good matchup though. You can't deny that.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Jocelyn, you find yourself screaming at the TV. Do this more. Even don't do this. Don't do that. And then when everything's working, okay, more of that, and it won't. Do you think that?
Ramona's tough too, man. And she's tough.
This is tough, man, because you know how some people you never know what you're gonna get from them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. This is one of those things with Jocelyn. I don't really know, man. I wouldn't bet the house on it.
I don't think Ramona got the style to beat Jocelyn, if that makes sense.
I think that Jocelyn got the experience now, and I think that she now knows what it takes to at least get another one in the UFC to be 2-2. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we'll probably go with I don't know, man. She know how to win, but then again, UFC. Yeah, and she was in the Invicta, but I mean, I don't know. I think the experience is gonna win here, but that's the card, y'all. So what we're gonna do is we'll drop this episode, but we also gonna come back Sunday and we're gonna do a recap and see what went good, what went bad. Because some of these fights, to be honest, this is an Australia card. Like, to be honest, all these fights aren't like just eye grabbing. You know what I'm saying? So
it is.
Which ones are you taking? Which one are you taking serious so we can take the so we can get a record going for like your win-loss ratio? I mean, definitely.
I'll be honest, man.
Jiri. Let's see, Glover.
I'm gonna stay away from the Jiri fight, man.
I'm going in. Valentina. And Santos. Zhang. JJ. We got I just kind of watch him fight, but I ain't put a bunch of faith over there. Jack, I'm gonna do that one seriously, and I'm gonna do the Brendan Allen one. You know, these are my serious picks. These are the ones that I'm like, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely go with. I'm gonna go with Jiri.
So you picking Jiri? So you going?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jiri.
So you going? So I'm gonna put that over here. I'm going Glover. So what you doing for
Valentina?
Okay, so me too.
Whaley.
It's okay. Yeah, me too.
Ooh. I don't know about the Jake Matthews fight, man.
Yeah, I ain't really diving because, like you said, it's too many variables in that one. What about this Jack fight? I'm staying away from that fight. I'm hoping he win. I'm going with Jack, man.
I'm not.
All right. So you going? So what about Brendan Allen and?
Brendan easily.
All right. So look like we pretty much got the same picks except for you going for Jiri and you're not going to touch the Jack fight, which it is a tough fight though, but. Yeah. It is relevant. I think you should pick just because it's a relevant fight.
Like, Jake Matthews fight?
No, not that. I said Jack. Jack Delaman. Jack.
I'm gonna go with Jack.
Man, I'm messing this man's name up.
I'm gonna go with Jack.
Jack Delaman.
Oh God.
It looks like we kind of on the same side because, like, at this point, we kind of, and of course, hindsight is 2020, so we'll see tomorrow what we got to say about it. Yeah. But what you want to happen and what you think gonna happen, normally your heart and your mind can't. You can't bet. If you're going to bet, you can't do it with your heart. But that's all we got for this episode. We'll see y'all next time.
All right.